Great. And bring that to stillness. Let's flip that left wrist back. Woo, and take it back to your downward facing dog. New wrists, who dis? Check it out, right? Yeah, let's see how it's feeling again. Good. And again, from the backs of the knees, pull up. And from the backs of the knees, press down and plug in your feet. And notice as you plug your feet, that currency runs back up to your sitting bones. And open the right hip to the right and the left hip to the left. And from there, open the pubis forward and let that shine your heart open and look in between those hands. Find the back bend, even in poses that feel like forward bends. Yes, and keep pushing your way back. Keep pushing your way back, Selena. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Bend the knees a little more, Siv. Yes, and then pull your butt back. Siv, pull your butt. Yes, more of that. Keep bending the knees and pulling back. Yes. Okay. Release, everybody. Release down to your knees. Let me show you something that I've seen a couple times tonight. P.S. I'm kind of talking up here a lot. So if you want to put your view in gallery so you can see what everybody's doing, that could be really fun, right? Since I'm kind of up here, now that we're in repetition, I can talk you through stuff, but I do want to show you this downward facing dog thing that occurs. So here we are. Downward facing dog. I've measured myself out. I'm going to pull back. Notice my knees are pretty bent. Now, the funny part is when we straighten the legs, sometimes we end up a little bit further forward. So you can see that my triangle is no longer this equilateral triangle, right? I've got more like a super wide triangle. So I'm saying, hey, let's bend the knees so we can pull you back. So then imagine my hands were to go here and pull you back. So that doesn't mean that you straighten. I want you to keep your knees bent and then imagine somebody's pulling your butt back, but notice my knees stay. They don't change. So from here, I'm gonna bend and then, ooh, get myself back, get myself back, get myself back so I can find the apex of my triangle. And it's pretty close to an equilateral triangle, hence the measures, right? Like we took time to measure ourselves out. So does that make sense? Am I speaking and showing good things? I hope so. Thanks, Katie. So let's try that again one more time. Downward facing dog, measure it out, take your plank, pull yourself back, keep bending those knees and pull the sitting bones back so you can find that nice big triangle. Yes, 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 yes. Good. And then keep lifting your sitting bones up, Selena. Keep pulling up and back, up and back. Aha, yes. And from the backs of the knees, imagine that you could lift your sitting bones more so that your legs go in two separate directions. And then even from here, imagine your right heel and your left knee pull apart. And your left heel and your right knee pull apart. So you get some space. Yes, good, Jenna. That's some spaciousness in there. We're gonna lunge our right foot forward. So look in between your hands, look past your hands and take that right foot all the way up, all the way up. Keep looking forward as you lunge. Big risks. Good, and now we wanna measure this out. So right knee on top of right ankle. And we're actually gonna drop that left knee down. Let your left knee come down. And then right knee on top of right ankle. And let's move it forward and back a couple of times so that you feel what it's like to move through the flexibility in this space. Good. Yes. So good. Nice. And that right foot's got to come all the way up, Carla. Bring that right foot way up. More. A foot, like a whole, yeah, there it is. Now you're planting through your right foot. Good. Okay, everybody, come forward and take your right knee over that right ankle, so it may mean that you need more space. This is the first measure, 90-degree angle. And then take your hands out at 10 and 2, and you can always take them out in blocks. Always take them out in blocks. Good. Nice. So Klecker, your foot could walk maybe 3 inches forward. Selena, your foot looks right. Katie, your foot can walk maybe 2 inches forward as well. Yeah. Amy, sink into those hips. More, Amy. Give me more sink into those hips. Drop those hips down to the ground. Yeah, that way. Good. Okay, we're going to unfold this. So interlace the fingers behind your head and then inhale, unfold your origami here. Yes, keep sinking, Chris, though. Don't forget. Yeah, exactly. Commit. Good, Jen and Klecker too. Keep sinking into those hips a little bit. Pressing down through the top of that left foot. Oh, other way. You're going the wrong way. Yeah. Keep going. Yes, ma'am. Yes, there she goes. Good. Nice. And then release. Fold yourself back down. Frame your foot. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Well done, everybody. This looks great. These are some amazing, and again, new hip, who this? Check in with this downward facing dogs. Feels good to be on our mats. Feels good to do some yoga. It feels good to be all about us, to take this time. Alrighty. So let's lunge the left foot forward this time. Keep looking forward and lunge that left foot forward. Keep your vision forward. Nice, Almas. That looks amazing. And again, you can play around with that hip joint, right? Like drop the right knee down. Yes. Press down through the top of that right foot. And then check in. Look at how much flexibility there is here. And as you move forward, keep your belly on your thigh. And as you move back, keep your belly on your thigh. So that the whole time you have this connection of belly to thigh, but then also keep looking forward and keep walking the hands forward and open up that heart and open up your visions. Yeah, exactly. Good. So good. Okay, let's find our lunge now. Let's get that measure going. So left knee on top of left ankle. My belly's still on my thigh. Now, this is something that helps you create a container. If you get a block and put it on that right thigh at a diagonal, you can have a little container so that you can work with. Just so you know. I love these, especially for hypermobile people or for people that don't know where to go. Interlace fingers behind your head, unpeel yourself. Like you're a Band-Aid, peel, but keep sinking into the hips. The legs stay, right? The right toes keep pressing. Nice, Marisa. This looks good. Yes. Hope, keep sinking into that left knee. Keep coming forward. Keep, yes, lunging your, yes. Keep that work in the legs. These are our soldier poses. So good. And you can unfold yourself, release the hands, plant them, frame your foot, step back, downward facing dog. Yes. Good. And orient yourself to your downward facing dog again. Pull the back of the right knee away from the left hip and the back of the left knee away from the right hip. Wow, this is amazing. Looking good, everybody. And see if you can pull the right hip to the right and the left hip to the left. And shine the pubis forward. Let the heart open. Let yourself look forward. From that heart, Alan, from the pubis, from the heart. You want, yes. Imagine that's coming from the pubis, from the pelvis. And then keep pulling your pelvis back so you're at that apex, right? Yes. So good. Lunge your right foot forward again. Right foot in between or inside of your right hand. Keep looking forward as you do that. And you may need to adjust and lift yourself up a little bit. Yes, that's good. We're going to keep the left foot up this time, or left knee up this time, but still create this 90-degree angle, find your armpit and your knee can connect, and then get that left heel over the ball mounds of your left foot. So you're nice and high. And then begin to bend and straighten that right leg, just like we did from our low lunge. But this time, see if you can keep an eye of your mind on keeping that left heel over the ball mounds of your feet so that your left heel stays steady, even as you are hinging. Yes, and try to keep your belly on your thigh the whole time. Yes. Nice. Nice, Katie. That looks great. Good. And then we're going to go towards straight. So keep that left heel over the ball mounds of your foot. And then begin to press ball mound of the right big toe into the mat as you pull back your right outer hip to begin to straighten that right leg. So you're literally going to go now towards 2 straight legs. Left heel stays over me. And I'm going to work on straightening the right leg too. So that now I'm over both straight legs. You can use your blocks. Yes, good, 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 good. And get really high up on that left heel. Get really high up on that left heel. Yeah, so that you can lunge forward and it doesn't feel like you're being pulled back by anything. Nice. And then imagine that from the smile of your left butt, that's being pulled over to the left. I know, your butt has a smile. And then the left sitting bone is being pulled out to the left. And from that place, open up the pubis and the heart and the throat. So you look forward. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. Good. And then bend back into your right knee, frame your foot, step it back, downward facing dog. And every time we come into downward dog, it feels better. I promise, Carla. She's like, I'm not there yet. And yet you look really good. Your poses are looking amazing, everybody. Good. Yes, let's lunge the left foot forward. Look forward, look forward. Oh, nice big lunge. Yeah, good. Yes, keep that right knee up. Bring the right heel over the ball mound of your foot. Nice, Alan, that looks great. Nice. And then keep the anchor of that left heel over the ball mound as you begin to bend and to hinge at that joint, right? To straighten that leg and bend it. Yes. Nice. Nice. Now this is something that's so awesome for getting your structure and your strength, right? You can feel that you're working strength. There's some effort going on. There's some heat happening in the body. And there's also some structural stability that's occurring here, that you're giving your body the cues of what to do and where to go. Yeah, you can totally massage it out over there. And again, you get to be at the center of your practice. You get to put yourself in the middle of this so that you can say, sometimes I take a break and then when I'm ready, I come back in, right? And sometimes I don't. I just watch other people for a second because you're in the middle. You're the eye of your practice. All right, let's keep going towards straight. So let's hold that straight leg. Keep the right heel over the ball mound. So stay high on that right heel. Keep your belly on your thigh. Yes, yes. And then by pressing the left ball mound of your foot, push down through the ball mound of your foot and then pull back with the left outer hip so that you're straightening the leg by pushing down and pulling back and pushing down and pulling back. And stay high on that right heel. And again, the smile of your right butt cheek goes to the right. And the left sitting bone goes to the left. And from that place, start opening yourself to the future. future. Start orienting yourself to taking the right step forward. And then bend that left knee, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Nice. So if your downward dog is looking better and better, are you feeling it? Good. Every time we come back in here, how quickly can we reorient ourselves? How quickly can we find that apex? Good. Last round. Let's lunge our right foot forward. One more time. Last round. Drop the left knee down. Good. So let's twist this. So orient yourself again. 90-degree angle on that right foot. Knee and ankle are connecting. The top of my left foot is engaged. My left sitting bone pulls to the left, so I find my golden thread. Unpeel yourself here. Interlace the fingers behind you. Working that unfolding. And keep sinking forward. Keep opening up the heart. Extend the arms and bring the hands to your center. We're going to rotate to the right. Good. So there's hand options. How to handle the world. I can ball and mitt my knee in my hand and just turn myself from here. Keep finding a back bend. The pubis opens, the heart lifts, the throat opens as I turn. I can make a Rosie the Riveter arm with my left hand and then find the ball with the right and twist here. Keep sinking into your hips. Or find knee and armpit connection as I turn, get my left hand down. So find a place. We keep sinking, yeah, that block. So angle it in towards you, Jen. Yeah, like that, exactly. Yes. Oh, it's so supportive, it's the best. Good, yeah. And then you can feel the whole of your left thigh on that block. Nice. I'm gonna spotlight Jen so everybody can see for a sec. The block down low, right? That's holding her. And now she can really feel the texture of her thigh on the block, so you can use it to maintain that thigh so it doesn't pop out. And it's holding this beautiful container for her. She's got that 90-90 in that right leg and the sink in the left. Good. Thanks, Jen. So here we go. Return back through. Nice, Becky. That looks really good. That was awesome. Return back through center. And we're not quite done with this side. We're going to add one more step. So I'd like for us from here to lift that left knee. And this time we're going to drop the left heel down. And again, straighten your right leg. Press through the ball mound of the big toe and pull back your right outer hip. Good. And we're going to go inside of that right leg. So my right hand is going to go inside of my right leg, and my left hand is going to go to my hip. And I want to make this arm to thigh connection or shoulder to thigh connection as I start turning my way towards the left side. Opening, notice I have a triangle with my legs and a triangle with my hand and my foot, and I'm looking forward to rotate. Really good place to feel the golden thread from the crown of the head to the coccyx, to that tailbone. Nice. Yes. Kim, that was a great adjustment. And then lean back into your legs so you maintain that golden thread. Good. Alan, right hand down, left hand up. Swap your hands, Alan. Yeah. And it's not to say we can't go that way, because we will. It's just not today. And lean back and push your right knee into your right shoulder, Alan, and lean back into it so you can find a little back bend. But look forward. Yeah, yeah. And then see if you can find a turn from there. Now remember, your right butt cheek pulls to the right and your left sitting bone pulls to the left. And that's where you find your opening from. Nice, Katie. See if you can start straightening that right leg, Katie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go, girlfriend. And whenever you're ready, release. Hope that was really stable, really sweet for you to work the stability of that pose. Good. Step it back, everybody. Now we can go back, frame your foot, go back, downward facing dog. Notice how you doing over there. Good. So nice. And then last one. Left side, left foot lunges its way forward. Keep looking forward as you lunge. We're going to start with a low lunge twist. So sink down into those hips, find the 90-degree angle in your left leg, press through the right foot, get all your bits and pieces in a row. Remember, a block under the right thigh will do wonders too. You just have to get it to stick. The textures of the clothes and blocks can be funny. Nice. Once you have your angles, interlace the fingers behind your head and peel yourself off. Once you have that structure. Yeah, we're starting with that low lunge. Nice. Good. Yes. Keep sinking into those hips, Jenna. Keep coming forward. Bend the knee, bend the knee, bend the knee. Nope. Yes, 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 that one. Now twist it. We're going to the left this time. Aha, nice. And find a place for your hands, how to handle the world. Right hand to the left knee, or a rosy riveter arm with that left arm, and a ball and mitt with the right so you can twist. Yes, good. Excellent. We're rotating the other way, just so you know, Hope. That way, that's right. Yes, good. Nice. And then bring it back through center, everybody. Frame your foot. Curl the left toes under. Get that, curl the right toes under and lift the right leg. Drop your right heel down. Frame your foot. And then start to straighten that left leg. Pressing through the ball end of the left big toe. Pulling back on that left outer hip. From here, your right hand can already go to your tailbone, and notice from the crown of the head to your tailbone, you're connected. Left hand inside of the left leg. Keep looking forward, getting yourself plugged in through the feet. Run currency back, connecting tailbone and coccyx, a golden thread running through you. And then try to get your elbow connected to that left thigh so you can lean into it. Your left knee will push into your left elbow. Yes, and then look forward as you begin to rotate towards that left leg. Left hand inside of the left leg, yes. And you want to be in one line from the coccyx to the crown of the head. So the crown of the head is going to be facing forward towards that left leg. And turn, 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 turn. It's the first time we do this, right? So it's fun. We'll definitely be revisiting this as well. Good. Keep leaning into that left leg. Keep leaning into that left leg. Keep leaning into that left leg. All right, everybody, frame your foot. Whew. Bend your left knee, step back, downward facing dog. Nice work. Good. Yes. So much yes. Nice. And then release down to your tabletop position. Good. You can finish what you're trying to do, Marissa. It's all good. Anytime you want to do extra, you do extra, right? Like finish it. Finish your poses. It's so fun to go back into them. All right, we're gonna cross the right foot over the left. Right foot in front of the left and widen the feet. And you may want to tower around you, so we'll just have a couple of blocks here. Starting to connect right leg and left leg. So my right knee is crossed in front of my left. Pressing down through the tops of the feet. Scoot the left knee into the right knee. And then we're going to see about coming up. And you can come up like hands to hips, or you can come up with a tower and help yourself up. That's why I said have your blocks around you. Yeah. So again, from the ground up, building, press down through the tops of the feet. Fit your left knee into your right knee. And then once more, think that from that left smile of your butt, you're getting pulled out to the left and around to your left hip. And then from that right smile of your butt, pulling all the way, even the right sitting bone is getting pulled out to the right and over to your right hip. And then the pubis can shine forward and lift the heart. And maybe you can even grab a hold of the elbows and bring them up. Pressing through the tops of the feet, fitting the left knee into the right, circling the smile of the left butt cheek to the left to lift that left hip, and the sitting bone of the right sitting bone to the right. Good. Find the golden thread that runs through you from the crown of the head all the way down to the place where you swallow, and now both legs. It's fun. And then release. We're going to release it down and swap sides. Just like that, we're going to uncross the left leg and bring the left leg forward this time. And scoop the right knee into the back of the left knee this time. Good, and widen out your feet a little bit and keep fitting yourself in and build it from the ground up so that you press your feet down. And then you press the right knee into the left. And then you use your tower to come up, or you just come up. And think that from the smile of your right butt, you can pull the right sitting bone out to the right and lift the right hip. And from the sitting bone on the left, you can pull that left sitting bone to the left to lift the left hip. Yeah, and now that gives you the center, right? Like open the pubis and open the heart and lift the throat. And maybe you frame yourself up. So you put your nose in the center of the frame and you press the elbows into your hands. And then pay attention again, tops of the toes, all press. Right knee into the left. From the smile of that left, let me see where we're at. From the smile of that left butt, you open to the left and the right sitting bone opens to the right, and that opens your golden thread in the center. And then release the hands and uncross those legs. Good. We're going to take a little frog's pose now, a little resting pose before we do some breath tonight. So I'd like for you to grab a blanket and roll it. So or your towel, you're going to open it up. And then from the fringe, I'm going to just roll the fringe inside. Take the fringe, roll it in. Good. And I want to have as many blocks as I can around me, right? All of the blocks. Now let me show it to you so you can see it. This is a restful pose. I'm gonna have 4 blocks around me just because I can, but 2 will work too. So if you have 2 blocks, have those around you. I'm gonna take the roll of this blanket behind the crease of the knees. I have wide knees and toes together, and then I'm sitting back. So I'm sitting on this little roll of a blanket here. So much fun. Now, here's where the blocks come in. As I walk forward, here's my first option. 1 block underneath my diaphragm, below my chest, and 1 block for my head. I'm gonna keep them both kind of low, so I'm gonna keep them both on this California level and come forward and let my diaphragm rest on this block and let my forehead rest on this block. Now, if I have 4 blocks, I can actually take these 2 blocks for my armpits to give my armpits space. So I'm going to angle them in and take my armpits onto my blocks. Now, it's not so comfortable to have blocks in your armpits, but that's okay. It's good to give them space and to keep them lifted. You want to keep rotating those armpits in towards your heart. And give yourself as much length as you can in that spine. Good. And take those hands at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock so that they're reaching out. And those armpit blocks are literally in your armpits. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of where we're plugging the knees in too. And keep rotating. Armpits into your heart. Good. Do you want me to show you, Katie? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was like.
Is my butt supposed to stay down by, like, up against your heels?
You want to be back there. Yeah, okay. You want to keep pulling back. But
I think I'm accidentally lifting.
Yeah, that's why the blanket is there, is to like keep ourselves supported back there. And then the hands can help push you back too, right? That's why like I'm active through my hands too. And so I can keep finding this length all the way through the fingertips, all the way through the tailbone.
Okay.
Good. And then begin to insulate yourself in your breath so that as you inhale, the breath travels up the back of your body. And as you exhale, the breath travels down the front of your body. And you can imagine that this breath is like a golden thread, just like we have found the golden thread that runs through us. Now we're starting to weave the golden thread around us so that the breath can become like a protective sheath. Inhaling up the back of the body, exhaling down the front of the body. And if your armpits get a little tingly, you can always continue to rotate the armpits into your heart. Good. And we'll take another 5 cycles of breath this way. And then we're going to twist this. So inhale, walking over to the left first. So look up and then walk yourself over to the left. You can keep the block for your head nice and low here. So as a walk to the left, and you can either just walk and reach, or again, right arm does a rosy riveter arm, and you can find your ball and mitt as you begin to turn around yourself. Keep thinking that somebody's grabbing that right sitting bone and pulling it out to the right so that that right hip doesn't go too far forward. Yeah, good. And then bring it back through center. Oh, so good. And walk it back through center and over to the left side. And again, you can extend out on the left or get that left elbow and find your strong arm with that left arm. And the right hand will be the ball, the mitt that wraps around that strong arm. And see if you can lean back a little. So again, think about that left sitting bone pulling out towards that left corner of the room behind you. And notice if that gives you a little opening in the pubis and in the heart to open the throat and perhaps lean back. Nice. And then bring it back through center. Yes. And come up. Nice. Good. And then let's take a little pranayama practice today. So we'll take one block in between those heels. And you can do 2 blocks. I think last week we talked about how to set up blankets underneath us. Block in between the heels. Good. And we're going to start with a little Kapalabhati, 100 rounds of Kapalabhati. So we'll take our arms in a nice wide V and cup those hands so you can be open to receiving all the grace. Every time we start a new project, a new vision, a new goal, we want to ask for grace in our new project and our new vision and our goal. And it's exhales. We're just going to pump 100. No, 100 is too many. 50. I do 100 exhales every day, so that's why I always say 50 exhales. Let's go for 50 and keep your own count so you can stay accountable to yourself. Nice inhale, exhale, and begin. So you're pumping out, exhale, 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 and then your belly is going in and out as you exhale. So it's moving back with you and back. Knees are together here. Pubis is still oriented, heart still open, throat still open. Tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth so you can keep an eye on the golden thread running through you down into the center of that pelvis. It's a good place to notice if you're sitting on the sitting bones or on the pubis. Find the center. When you finish, one big exhale and hook your thumbs overhead. Nice wide fingertips. And then one big sip in through the nose. One big inhale through the nose. And wrap the armpits into your heart and drop your chin. Press the pubis, press the pelvis down into the block and 3 sips in through the mouth. And seal up the whole body. Belly button in and up, chin drops back a little bit. 3 more sips in through the mouth. Good. Hold and be full. Imagine you're a chimney and you're about to let smoke out from the crown of your head. 1, 2, and exhale. Pop the cork. Release the hands. And lift the throat. One big inhale in through the nose. Palms facing up. Exhaling out through the nose. Grab a hold of those elbows. Push the elbows into your hands. Inhaling, lift. This is a frame. You're framing up your face, right? You want to put your face in the center. It's also opening up that chest area, which we want to open up. So nice inhale here, and then exhale, close it down. Inhale, open up the frame, open up yourself to what's in front of you, and then exhale, close it down, and even let yourself round through the spine as you close. Inhaling, the spine opens, you get to open up, and then exhale, round it down and close it down. And then speed it up. Let's find a little bit more of this heat here. Whipping it up just a little bit more. Good, and imagine this is still coming from your pelvis, right? You're still rocking around on that pelvis as you're opening and closing. The whole of the spine moves. Inhaling and exhaling, yes. Keep pushing the elbows into your hands and cupping the elbows with those hands. And then let's start slowing it down again. And exhaling. And inhaling. Good. And we're just going to slowly release those hands to our shoulders. Yes, like shoulder pads, but ball and mitts. Bring the elbows forward just a little so that they're not splayed open. That you have nice windshield or side view mirrors, but they're not out there vulnerable to be hit. Good. And then we're going to inhale left and exhale right. Inhaling to the side of the stomach, to the side of the spleen. Exhaling on the side of the liver and the gallbladder. Collecting all the stuff from the stomach and the spleen and squeezing it out on the side of the liver. And you can keep looking forward or you can take your gaze with you. It's totally up to you. And it's okay to explore with both places. Which one feels better right now? Which one feels better today? Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice big inhale. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Again, elbows out to their sides, but not splayed open. Good. And then we're going to do the same thing. It's going to go a little bit faster though. So we're moving it up just a little bit. Let your head hang back. It's like we're a little washing machine now, because everything comes out in the laundry. Everything comes out in time. And we want to have the patience and the diligence to wait for that, the willpower to wait for everything to come out in the wash. Ten more. And then one big inhale. Good. And one big exhale. Release those hands, palms facing up. Inhaling up the back, insulating ourselves in breath once more. Tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth, to the place where you say your else. Lavender and love and light. Exhale down the front of your body. Inhaling up the back. And exhale down the front. All right, let's find the eye of the practice. So take your left hand to the center of your sternum and tap yourself out here. This is the center. This is the eye of our practice, the eye of our immunity too. And immunity doesn't necessarily swap out with your other hand. Left hand out now. Immunity doesn't mean we don't get sick, and it doesn't mean we don't get mad, and it doesn't mean we don't get upset. It means that we bounce back, right? And swap. Good, and now we're gonna exhale again. Let's do another 50 exhales. Keep count for yourself. You're gonna exhale, exhale, exhale. This is where I come in and I go out and I start my practice and I take a break, and then I get back into my practice. I put effort in and I receive grace. Out, 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 out. This is where I build my immunity and my resiliency, and my buoyancy is in this coming into myself and going back out into the world. Out, 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 out. Out with prejudice and out with injustice and out with racism and out with anything that doesn't serve us. Get it out, out, out. Good. And when you're done, you'll interlace the fingers up top once more, interlacing the thumbs, opening up those hands. Good. Nice big inhale through the nose. Wrap the armpits in, seal the pelvis down low. 3 sips through the mouth. Good. And again, imagining you're a nice chimney, we're going to take 3 more sips and then fill your space with the breath. Imagine your breath was gold and you could just fill the circumference around you. 3 more sips. And exhaling, popping the cork. Filling your sphere with gold, palms facing up. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Inhaling up the back of your body. And exhaling down the front of your body. And let's add a count. So you're going to inhale for 4 up the back of your body. And then pause at the very top for 4. And then exhale down the front of your body for 4. And pause at the bottom for 4. So 4 counts per cycle. Start layering the breath. As you're breathing, you're containing the breath in this little 4 square container. And wrapping yourself in that beautiful golden thread, that protective golden thread of your breath. So you're weaving through your narrative, putting yourself as the I in the middle. I get to layer my breath. Let's do 2 more cycles like this. Good. And then let's come back together into the room. So release your breath. It's almost like you're releasing a wild horse back out into the field. So let yourself just be free again. Knowing that you can create a container for your breath, but you can also just be free. And that it's really nobody's business how you breathe, right? It's your own work. It's your own business. And you can be doing whatever breath work without anybody ever knowing that you're playing with your breath. Good. All right, everybody. Let's just come in to wrap it up tonight. I hope you all enjoyed this evening's practice. I hope you're all feeling good and that you feel that your efforts are starting to pay off and that you feel that grace starting to rain down on you. So let's end class with one word this evening. And I'm just gonna ask everybody to unmute themselves, which will be easy. And we'll start with you, Almas.
Grace.
And Amy.
Ice.
Chris.
Work.
Becky.
Exhale.
Jen. Clutter.
Glow.
Marissa. Patience. Jenna.
Fire.
Kim.
Release.
Alan.
Ooh, it hurts.
You all look great this evening. P.S. Hope.
Focus.
Selena.
Strength.
Sip.
Inspired.
Carla.
Inhale.
And Katie.
Renewed.
Amazing. All right, everybody. Your calendars are up, right? I don't know if you all are aware. I know that I've gotten a couple of emails. They'll be due on Sunday. So I think that the due date is Friday, but I want to change it to Sunday to give you a couple, give you the weekend for those of you that love to work on the weekends. Right? Who loves to work on the weekends? I don't know. And Siv had asked me, do I answer all the questions? Answer whatever questions to the best of your ability, right? They're kind of deep questions. So if you answer most of them and you get to one and you're like, I don't even know how to answer this right now, Don't worry about it. It's okay. And just submit a Word document or submit it in text, and then it's all gravy. And that's January done. And then think about February. What I've said is that 3 minutes of breathing a day, inhaling up the back, exhaling down the front, inhaling for 4, exhaling, or holding for 4, exhaling for 4. Like setting a goal of breathing for 3 minutes a day on a timer, that's an excellent practice, right? And it literally physiologically changes your brain. So it changes the way you think, it changes the way you react, it changes the way you deal with the world. So that if you haven't like come up with a thing that you're like solid on, or if you want to add to your repertoire of things that you're playing with, then add 3 minutes of breath every day. Sounds good? Any questions? I loved watching your progress. Your downward dogs are looking amazing. Your lunges are starting to also like, you're starting to get that lunge forward. And I'm just loving the progress that I'm seeing here from like being like, what are you saying, to like, oh, I'm checking in. So I can see that you're all starting to like run your energy too, which is really cool. I just want to salute all of you for showing up to the internets and to the Zoom and playing around on here. I know it's not always easy, so my hat's off to you all, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Stay safe.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. I know. Flippant. We are learning to become flippant.